said you could play with your deer call, not make the weird noises like that. Scusi, I'm trying to start a video. Welcome to Mama Cat's Home. Today I'm going to be sharing what we ate for dinner for the week of the 25th of October through the 31st. So we're going to finish up October with this week. I'm doing things a little bit different this time because we're going to be having fresh meat, because I didn't share this haul with you guys, but we went to Piggly Wiggly because they were having a really good sale on some different meats, and to Winn-Dixie to grab some ground beef because they were having a really good sale. And we're just going to cut up the stuff that we need, fresh stuff, and going to have that in the refrigerator, and all of the other we're going to put in the freezer. And I also did not cook one of the meals that we had planned for last week. I still have part of that in my little box here, which was the stroganoff, and I do have an extra onion in there and a couple of potatoes. But the potatoes, that's something that we are going to be having this week anyway. So I'm going to take this stuff out, at least the vegetables and the noodles, because in this packet right here, because I want to put the canned stuff in here first. So I'm going to take this stuff out. I do have, that was loud, I have a few cans already over here on the table because I did grab a few things. Well, actually this goes with the stroganoff, but and this does too, but I don't know, I've taken stuff out and put stuff back in. But these things right here, we're trying a new recipe, so we had to have these. We had to buy them because they're not something I normally keep. But I will be sharing that recipe with you guys in a video by itself, but you might see a little bit of that otherwise. So what I did, because this week is different, the recipes that I need, like I said, I already had this one because I did not cook the stroganoff last week. I just shifted it to this week because I already had the ground beef out. But I did not take this ground beef out until Thursday because I knew that I would not be cooking it till Saturday. Well, I didn't cook it Saturday, so I'm going to cook it Monday. The ground beef is still partially frozen in the bottom of the refrigerator, and that's fine because I just stick it in the bottom of our old refrigerator so that we can thaw it that way, and that thing still keeps things frozen for a while. And you see I have things where I change things. But what I'm going to do is put all of my recipes and my book that I'm using this week. I've got 2 new recipes I'm going to be sharing, and I will have their own videos for those. They'll be out in December because November I've already got planned for Thanksgiving type situations. So I've got that started, and now I'm going to go to my pantry. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to show this to you. What I did is, this is the vegetables that I have to cut up. I'm going to go ahead and cut everything I can up today. The only thing I'm not going to be cutting up will be the potatoes, because I don't want to cut up potatoes too early because they turn brown. And this is the meat that we need right here. And since we are cutting up, like we buy a pork loin and we cut it up, and we're going to cut the chicken breast into pieces, all that kind of stuff. I may or may not share this with you guys on this video, but if I do share it, either one of these things, it will be like speeded up. But I'm gonna do this stuff today so that this week all these things will be easy to cook, and I'll share the menu with you guys. Today, which is Sunday, we're having Firecracker Meatballs, and I'm gonna film this for December. I've got my little note there. And then on Monday, we're having pork chops, mashed potatoes, and corn. Did I say that stroganoff was Monday? It was, but no, we changed it because Noah, that's one of his favorite meals. He's got to work Monday, so we're going to have it Tuesday so he can have it fresh. We did change that. We were going to have pork chops on this day. But anyway, we're having the pork chops, mashed potatoes, and corn that day. We're having stroganoff for Tuesday. The Tuscan Pasta is another new one for us. I'm gonna film that one. It'll be for December. And Thursday I'm cooking chicken strips, and I want to show you guys my ranch mashed potatoes because that is a good thing for a side dish for any time, but it's really a tasty extra thing for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to film that for November. You'll see that sooner than the others. And then Friday we're having pork tips, macaroni and cheese, and green beans. And then Saturday we're having a fend for yourself. Now, like I said, last week we were supposed to have the stroganoff, but we did not do that. Now my washing machine's turning on. Let me turn that off. Anyway, since we did not cook the stroganoff, I just shifted over because I already had the meat out. If I had not already had the meat out thawing, I would have possibly changed it to a different time. But you can just, this is your meal plan. Do with it what you want. So I'm going to go into the pantry. I'm putting that in there because it's fine. I'm going to go in the pantry, get all of the things I need for these meals, which isn't much. It's just potatoes and mostly I think it's potatoes and like some corn. I'm going to go ahead and throw these potatoes back in there. And maybe another onion because we eat onions with almost every meal. And a lot of our recipes have those. But I'm just going to go grab it out of the pantry and bring it back here. And I'll show you what it looks like whenever it's all the way done. Okay, so this is my little bin. I hope I have everything in here. I think I do. This is my spaghetti for that one dish. Now, this right here, the reason why it is in this kind of bag is because the other bag was busted. But so we did that. We don't normally put our noodles in bags like this. I usually put it in glass things or reusable things, but I wasn't thinking that day. But like this right here is a reusable silicone thing I got from Amazon. But anyway, everything is in here, and I do have some condensed milk because I'm making a lemon pie as well, and that is going to be a video for you guys too for November. So I have my onions here that I'm going to chop up because that's the only thing that's not refrigerated that I need to chop up. And I have everything else here. I'm going to put this in its little area over on the counter, and then we'll get to chopping up everything else. Okay, so this is onion that is for stroganoff, and then for me to do like with the pork chops and stuff like that. This is just some of it sliced like this, kind of weird. I don't care if it's not right or not perfectly round, it doesn't matter. And then the others are diced up, and then these are scallions that are left over from the ones that I need from tonight. I may have to get some more of those out, I'm not sure. This is garlic, and then the green beans for tonight's dinner. This is a side dish, and I'm gonna have to add a couple more things to that whenever I start to cook it, but for now that is ready to be put in the refrigerator. And this is some celery, bell pepper, and onion for another meal. And actually a few of these meals, or at least some of the dishes or some of the side dishes or something, you're gonna see, 2 of them you're gonna see the whole meal at some point between now and December, and the other one you're gonna see a side dish. So I'm gonna put lids on everything that needs lids. This is for tonight, so I just put it on a plate and put it all in the refrigerator. Okay guys, so now we get to the actual showing you the food or the meals. Now some of this footage is gonna be in another video as well as this one. I did that on purpose so that I could show you what we ate for dinner, and the other ones you don't see me preparing one little bit. So that's how the rest of this video is gonna go, and I hope you guys enjoy that part. Okay, so right here you see me creating or mixing up the Firecracker Meatball sauce, and then this is the side dish that goes with it. It's the green beans. Well, actually there's 2 sides. There's also sesame rice, but I don't show you that part. You'll have to come back for the full video later. Anyway, this was a very difficult recipe for me to do, and I think it's because there were so many steps and they just didn't flow right for me. So the next time I do it, I'm going to use it exactly as the recipe says, but I'm going to do it in a flow that will work for me, because it was very frustrating, and I'm pretty sure that you'll see that whenever you actually see the video for this meal. But it was Firecracker Meatballs. It is a HelloFresh meal, but I did not use HelloFresh because I've never gotten HelloFresh. I just got it off their website, and it turned out very good. This is the finished product. Doesn't it look fancy? I was supposed to like put the meatballs in the sauce, but we just didn't want to do that after we tasted it. We just wanted to put it over the meatballs for whoever wanted it, and actually I didn't eat the sauce, and I don't think Noah did either. I think only Jeff ended up liking it, but I think it was the mayonnaise that threw us off. But otherwise, a delicious meal. Loved that sesame rice. Okay, on this night we had pork chops, corn, and mashed potatoes, and it was the real deal mashed potatoes. Pork chops is something we have quite often with the onions on the side like you see. But the mashed potatoes, I don't make them from scratch very often because Selena really doesn't enjoy them. And I don't use serving dishes. I'm not all that fancy. Well, sometimes I do. So the same dish that I made it in is the one I serve it in. Okay, so this night is the night we had stroganoff. This is what we were supposed to have last week for one of the meals, but like I said, I do shove them over into the next week if we don't eat them, and I have already taken out the meat for it or whatever to thaw, unless I can create something else with it. But it was delicious. And this is me making the Tuscan Pasta. You will see this video before the end of December as well. And I was just going to show you a little bit of me throwing it together because it is seriously so easy to make. It's a crock pot meal, it's super fast, and it is delicious. I don't know anything else to say about this meal other than it is delicious. That was the second new recipe we tried this week, and I'm telling you, I'm really enjoying trying all these new recipes. On this night, it was macaroni and cheese and frozen chicken fingers. That's not really as much macaroni and cheese as you think. The field of view was changed somehow on my camera, and it's wild. I got that fixed now, hopefully. Next video, it will be fine. I hope. This night we have beef tips, green beans, and ranch mashed potatoes. Another dish that you will be seeing soon. And that is all that we had, because Saturday is fend for yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. And also, if you want to, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell so you notify when I upload. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me, what did you eat for dinner this week? And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.